I think I like it. Your tea.
It's pretty. It's very pretty.
I remember the day I met my stepmom. I remember going to a restaurant. I remember her giving me a Shirley Temple and telling me I could have whatever I want on the menu. She was aware of everything. She would come into a room, you know, especially if it was the restaurant, she would come in there. They don't have a napkin, they don't have a plate, they need this, they, you know, very just on it. And now she's like touching a napkin just to like put it in her pocket. Such a deep contrast to what she is now that I sometimes forget who she was.
Hi, I'm B. Smith. Welcome to B. Smith with Style.
She was a mass communicator on a personal level. And then she got the opportunity through television and pictures and different mediums to communicate her inner self through her outer beauty.
Spice Festival, right?
The smile. Nobody who ever meets her not remarks how amazing her smile is, because it comes from her soul.
Yes, the Arawak Indian was the first to paint like flowers and pineapples and birds.
Sit down.
Where do you want to be?
Sit down right here.
Down here.
Okay.
Perfect.
When you had everything in the form of a person, the perfect person for you, and you watch them slowly dissolve, and you go down with them, and took me into depths of despair and depression that no one will ever really understand. You all right?
Yes, if you're there. But I told my mother. I told Mom.
What'd your mom say?
I saw the change in my dad when it came to him not being able to change. Like he was just getting, and it was affecting him. Her not listening to him.
Where were you then? Foot in the water.
I had committed to like, I'm gonna stay here until she's better, not knowing that there is no better. It was going to be just decline, and I just couldn't leave my dad.
B.
B.
No B. Where's the B?
You want the color?
No collar.
No cap. Let me see. Very nice.
I remember he was like, I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, oh, what, you're dating? And he was like, how'd you know? And I was like, I've been 16, I've been 18, I've hid stuff from parents.
You know, I've been married for 26 years. I've been with B 27 and a half years. Alex and I are now going on a year and a half being together. I believe in the sanctity of marriage, but I don't believe death do you part means that because you made a commitment, if the person is not there, that you should sit there and watch your life shrivel up. And that's why I am where I am today, taking care of B and having someone else in my life.
That's right with it.
Dan always says, you know what? I wish you guys had met years before and we had met years before, but had gotten a chance to get closer, because I could have seen you the best of girlfriends. And I feel that being around her, because when I come here, she's always excited to see me. I'm always excited to see her. As awkward as it may seem on the outside, it doesn't seem awkward on the inside.
She's helping. She's an asset. She's putting in time. She's putting in work. And so I love them together. They make sense.
I never envisioned myself in this type of situation, you know, as a woman, as a grown woman. However, I don't live a day without thinking of B or about B, even if I'm not around her.
B and I are a package, and this woman who is in my life now understood that and cared about that. And when I met her, she saw the loneliness in my eyes, the tiredness in my eyes, and she was there for me. Normally you'd say, well, I will outlive her, but I don't know that. But I only hope I do, because I wouldn't want someone else to have that tremendous responsibility. And even saying that hurts, because when you love someone, you don't want to think of them in the past in the now.
Hey, Pinhead. It's like a perfect, like, what's that, dodgeball? It's like a perfect size for a dodgeball.